And what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sir Thrival Investing Channel. I am your host, Sir Thrival, and I'm here today to talk to you about surviving in the stock market. I am not a financial advisor or a licensed financial consultant. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. I am a retail investor, just like the vast majority of you all, who are all trying to make some money in the stock market. And why not? Investing in the stock market is the best way to achieve financial freedom or oblivion. So tread carefully and follow me as we Sir Thrive in the stock market. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sir Thrival Investing Channel. I am your host, Sir Thrival, and I'm here tonight to talk to you guys about surviving in the stock market. I am not a financial consultant. I am not a financial advisor. I am simply a retail investor, just like the rest of you who are all playing in the stock market, trying to make as much money as you possibly can for your family and your loved ones so you can buy a big house, buy a plane, buy a yacht. Oh, maybe not all of that, but maybe you're just investing in the stock market to be financially free, just like me. So tonight, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite companies that has been getting its butt kicked for the last few months, and that company is NIO. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the good old portfolio with Robinhood, and I'm going to be doing an analysis about NIO and what I think is going to happen in NIO this week, some options that we have for long-term plays, short-term plays, and what I basically think is going to be happening this week. So, as we can see here, go back a week ago, we see that NIO is down 8.45%. And NIO is down about 4% for the month. And we can see that NIO is down 35% in the last 3 months. So just go back and look at what's been going on this week. So at the beginning of last week, NIO was trading at about $41. And then we see it go along and crash down to $37. And then crash again down to $36. And then even further down to $35 before popping back up, hitting $37, and then ending at about $37 for the week. Now, what's going to happen tomorrow morning? What's going to happen Monday morning? Well, I have a sneaky suspicion that it's going to be a green day for NIO. I really do. I think that tomorrow is going to be a green day. I think that NIO is going to open and it's going to be green. I think that we may get a high of 38 tomorrow. And I think that once it hits that high of 38, we're going to see a sell-off and it's going to go back down to $36, $37 range. And I think it's going to trade sideways all week. Now, why do I think this is happening? The reason I think this is happening to NIO is because NIO is considered a high-growth company. Now, this is a company that's highly speculative. It's a company that a lot of people are investing in because they feel like it's going to be the electronical vehicle, the primary electronic vehicle company in China in the next, 3 to 5 years. Now, right now, there's a race between NIO, Xpeng, and Li Auto. I think that the consensus is that NIO is going to be the leader in that industry. And most people, most analysts, most funds are investing in NIO. So that's what's occurring right now. But because NIO is a speculative company, it's highly speculative, the price is not a accurate depiction of what the company is actually worth. The price is based on what people believe it will be worth someday within the next 3 years. So because the pricing of NIO is highly speculative, it's one of those companies that's going to be prone to some pitfalls. Okay, you're gonna get this. You're gonna get this right here. You're at $41, and then a few days later you're down to $37. You're gonna get this with this company, and I don't think this is gonna go away anytime soon. This has been going on for the last 3 months at least. For the last 3 months, NIO has been getting its butt kicked. It's been getting slapped around. Okay, it's coming off of highs of $62 in February. and now we're at 36. So the share price pretty much got cut in half in the last 3 months. Now, for us long-term investors, because I myself am a long-term NIO investor, I plan on holding for the long term. I plan on adding shares whenever I can, particularly if we get down to this range. If we get down to 35, 34, that's when I'll be adding more shares. I do think that there's a possibility this week that we will see $35 again, probably by Wednesday. Wednesday, tends to be the slowest day of the week. It usually tends to be the day where there's a lot of selling going on, particularly in the high growth stocks. So I do believe that NIO is going to get down to $35. I do think that it's a possibility that it will happen. If it does happen, I will certainly be buying more. I will be buying more NIO if it does get down to $35. For certain. I will absolutely be doing that. Because as we can see with this chart, starting off at $41, dipping down to $37, up to $35, and then down to $35 again. Okay, so once it hit $35, it bounced back immediately. So that's a good sign. That's a good indication. That lets us know that there's a lot of interest here. There's a lot of interest in NIO, and that, once it hits this $35 range, there's people that are willing to buy at that price. They're willing to buy at $35. And, I think there's some big people, some big funds out there, some of the whales of the stock market, some of the billion-dollar bag holders. These guys are coming out here and they're buying when NIO hits $35, $34. They're hitting and it's bouncing back up. So I think that the buy zone for NIO is going to be anything under $36. I could even wager that going under $37 is a pretty good buy for NIO. I do think that this week we're going to be seeing $36, maybe even $35 by Wednesday. And if that does happen, that'll be a good time to buy. Now, for our options traders, personally, I think that the market is way too volatile right now to be venturing into any type of options unless you're going to be selling options. Now, if you're going to be buying options, I think that it is extremely risky, especially with a growth stock like NIO, because we really don't know what's going to happen. We really can't predict whether, it's going to be a week where NIO goes up or if it's going to be a week where NIO goes down. I think that judging by how NIO has been trading for the last few weeks, it seems like every time there's a pop, anytime there's a pop of, 8%, up to 10%, I would even say anytime there's a pop between 5 to 8% for this particular company, the profits get sold off immediately. There's never been an instance this week or this past week where NIO popped up and then stayed up. As we can see at the beginning of the week, NIO popped up, sold off, and then kept selling off. Pops up a little bit, sells off, and keeps on selling off and goes all the way down to $35. So at the start of the week, we're sitting at $41, and then by the end of the week, we're sitting at, a little bit over $36. So with that being said, it's probably not a good idea to buy a call until we have more clarity about the direction the stock is going to be going this week. I would refrain from buying calls this early in the week. I prefer to buy calls midweek if I'm going to be buying them. But I try to focus more on selling calls. Selling covered calls as opposed to buying calls, especially when the market is just volatile. So I don't have any recommendations as to what options to buy. I would say don't buy anything right now. Wait until there's more clarity and then consider buying. But as of right now, I would not recommend buying any calls for NIO or buying any puts. But I do recommend buying at $35 if it gets down to that point. So this concludes another episode of the Sir Thrival Investment Channel. I am your host, Sir Thrival. I will be back again very, very soon to give you guys more of my recommendations and feedback on growth stocks and other companies that I am investing in and considering investing in, and as well as cryptocurrencies that I'm investing in, such as Dogecoin and Ethereum. I'll be releasing a video talking about those currencies and what I think about them. So please, follow along and listen to those as well. If you like what you're hearing so far, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be coming back as often as possible to give you guys my feedback, my recommendations, my outlook on what's been going on in the stock market and how to thrive. Have a good night, everybody. See you soon.